Today I'm gonna recap you the story about a man who was summoned from his world and his main ability is cooking. Please like and subscribe, this will help a video a lot. A group of heroes are summoned from another world and they are greeted by a princess. They have their powers appraised and they are all gifted with unique skills, like the holy sword technique and the ability to use all kinds of magic. We then meet Mukouda, and when he gets appraised he has a strange online grocery skill. Mukouda is shocked hearing this, thinking his skill is useless, and wonders if he has anything else, but gets told that that is his only unique skill. He becomes devastated and wonders why all the others got such overpowered skills. Despite this, he gets told that he will still need to have an audience with the king. The heroes have an audience with the king and he explains that their kingdom has been getting attacked by the demon king. He asks for their help and the three heroes quickly offer themselves to help. Mukouda, on the other hand, decides he isn't cut out for being a hero, thinking he would only get in the way, and says he just wants to have a simple life. He ends up getting out and they even send him off with 20 gold coins. In the town he starts attracting people's attention with his strange attire, so he quickly buys a change of clothes. He goes around trying to learn about this world and ends up getting a room. At the end he is relieved. He decided not to be a hero, finding the king suspicious with how luxurious they seemed, and decides he should leave the kingdom as soon as he can. Mukouda checks out his stats and sees he has an item storage skill and an appraisal skill. He tries calling out for his online grocery skill but nothing happens. He wonders how his skill works and he ends up tapping on it, which brings up a page for his online shop. Mukouda tries using it, ordering some water and some food. He tries to check out but it asks for money and he finds he can deposit his coins into the screen. After confirming his order, a package instantly appears containing his items and Mukouda is happy that his skill is actually useful. He ends up learning that a gold coin is worth about 100 and the 20 gold he was given would be enough for a family to live for 3 months. The next day Mukouda finds a ride to get out of the kingdom. Along the way he needs a merchant, and after talking with him he finds out his item storage skill is actually super rare, with only 1 in 1,000 people having access to the skill. Hearing this, Mukouda goes on to ask about the appraisal skill, and the man reveals that it's even rarer because only heroes summoned from another world can possess the skill. Mukouda gets nervous hearing this and tries not to be suspicious. The man asks him where he is headed and he tells him he is trying to get to the next kingdom. The man tells him getting out is a smart decision because the kingdom is headed for destruction and there are rumors that the borders are about to close. Mukouda is shocked to hear this, and in the end their carriage ends up getting suspended. At the local tavern, Mukouda learns that the carriage services were stopped so people can't run away to the neighboring countries, because if people run away the kingdom's army would decrease in size, so the men suggest that they should get out while they still can. Mukouda wonders how to get out, worrying about the monsters he might encounter. He ends up heading to the Adventurers Guild and puts in a request for an escort to get out of the kingdom. The clerk tells him that since he is on foot it would take a number of days, so the cost would be 8 gold. Mukouda is alarmed at the price, but seeing he has no other options he agrees to the price. The clerk calls over an adventurer and we meet Werner, a C-rank adventurer. They negotiate the mission and Mukouda offers to provide them with food during their journey and they come to an agreement. They prepare to set off the next day and Werner introduces the rest of his party. There's Vincent the swordsman, Rita the scout, Ramon the mage and Fank the healer. They head on their way and soon stopped for a break. Mukouda goes to prepare some food. Pulling a stove out of his storage, Vincent is surprised to see the storage skill and Rita is impressed at his magic stove. We see in a flashback at a store the shopkeeper tries to sell him a magic stove for 50 gold, but instead he was able to find a cheap horrible stove from his online shop. He ends up making some soup and sandwiches, and when the party tries it they are amazed. Ramon finds the soup to be delicious, but it was actually just some instant soup. They find the bread is super soft and called it the best bread they have ever tasted and are glad they took this mission. The group continues on their way but get attacked by some monsters. Werner and Vincent are able to swiftly take them out, but Mukouda is startled at the scene as they get healed up. Ria reports that there is a red boar ahead. They discuss how to deal with it, but it suddenly appears and Mukouda is shocked at its size. Werner tells him to get cover and they proceed to battle against the boar. The boar is defeated and Mukouda is impressed at their strength. They end up skinning the boar for its skin and horns, but there is too much need for them to carry. So Mukouda suggests putting the meat in his storage. They decide to stop for dinner and the group is looking forward to eating his food. They crowd around in the wash, but Mukouda gets worried, saying he gets embarrassed. But in reality he doesn't want to reveal his special skill. He gets to cooking, combining bacon, cabbage, potatoes and even adding sausages to create a delicious stew. He hands up the bowls to everyone and as they eat Mukouda wonders if it's not to their taste. But they are soon stuffing themselves and they all ask for second. Mukouda is surprised they like it that much, and Ramon reveals that they normally eat jerky and hard breads when they are traveling. Rita even feels her body in better shape thanks to the meal. Mukouda finds this a bit strange and decides to use his appraisal skill. He is shocked to see Rita has boosted stats, and when he appraises the food he sees that it grants a buff. Mukouda starts to get worried, thinking if someone were to find out he could be in danger, so he is determined to keep it a secret, but there is a beast that watches them from the bushes. The party continues on their journey. A few days away from the next kingdom, they set up camp in a forest, and Mukouda decides to cook some of the boar meat for their dinner. He starts preparing the meat, slicing it up into pieces, and he uses a special sauce from his shop to flavor it. As he starts cook, looking at the others are amazed at the smell, and it even attracts the attention of the beast. When Mukouda is finished, the others stare in awe. As they try it, they are immediately blown away, having never tasted something like this before. They all praise Mukouda, but he just thanks his secret sauce. As Mukouda discusses his cooking method, their faces suddenly turn to fear, and the beast has emerged from behind him. They are shocked to see a Fenrir, and it speaks to them, demanding to have some of the meat. Mukouda quickly gives it a plate, and it eats it with a single bite. It demands for more, and Mukouda asks it to wait while he makes more. The beast agrees, and Mukouda quickly prepares more meat. He has a huge plate, but the beast devours it and demands more. Mukouda keeps cooking while the beast keeps eating and demanding for more. After cooking again and again, the beast is eventually satisfied. The beast is impressed Mukouda managed to satisfy him and decides to form a familiar contract with him. Mukouda thinks it's a bad idea and tries to refuse, but the beast gives him an intense stare and he just can't refuse. His friends encourage him and he reluctantly agrees. The beast's head starts to glow and the two form the contract. With this, the beast tells Mukouda that he is now responsible for taking care of him, expecting 3 meals a day, and Mukouda is left shocked at what he has gotten himself into. The beast tells him to give him a name. Mukouda tries to think, coming up with common dog names, but the beast is not impressed. Seeing it as a Fenrir, Mukouda suggests fair and the beast agrees. As the party continues on, the people avoid them and Warner worries that they won't be able to get past the border. Rita explains that there is a legend where a Fenrir destroyed the whole country, and Franca says it definitely happened. Mukouda starts to worry, but Fel tells him he will destroy anyone that messes with them. But this just makes them more nervous. They have a break for lunch, and as Mukouda goes to prepare the food, he realizes he is out of meat. When Fel asks for meat, Mukouda says he eats too much and tells him to catch his own food. Fel agrees with this and heads into the forest, leaving the rest of the party amazed that he can already command the beast. Fel soon returns bringing back a rock bird, and Warner is surprised, saying that it is a B-ranked monster that they normally would struggle to defeat. Its beacon claws are valuable, and Fel lets them add the materials as long as he gets the meat. Mukouda starts preparing their lunch, treating it like chicken. He uses teriyaki sauce for flavor. He serves the party and Fel wonders about his share. Mukouda tells him since he eats so much he will need to wait until the end, and he patiently waits his turn. Mukouda makes a huge portion for Fel and he happily eats it all. After that, the party makes it to the border of the Kingdom of Venin. The guards are on high alert and Werner says they are preparing for Fel. He tells them to wait while he heads down to explain the situation. Mukouda wonders if it's going to be okay, and they soon end up completely surrounded. The commander worries about letting in a beast that can destroy a country, but Mukouda tells Fel not to cause any trouble, and Fel says he will only destroy those that harm them. The soldiers are amazed he can talk, and the commander ends up agreeing to let them in, warning Mukouda to keep Fel in check. So Mukouda tells Fel he won't give him food if he causes problems. As they enter, the party show their guild cards, but Mukouda doesn't have one, so he is forced to pay to get in. They finally get in, and Warner warns Mukouda that people will be after him when they hear he has a legendary familiar. Mukouda despairs, thinking he had gotten away from the politics, but says he won't be staying for too long, planning to continue traveling and making money using his unique shop skill. Werner suggests that it would be helpful to join a guild, and Mukouda considers the Merchant Guild. However, Vincent points out that the Adventurers Guild would be able to help with skinning and buying the materials from the beasts that Fel hunts. Mukouda struggles to decide, but Franca says that although it's not common, it's possible to just register for both guilds. The party heads into the town and Mukouda is hit with another fee. There is a servant that instantly greets him, inviting him to meet the Count as a legendary beast tamer. Mukouda doesn't want to go and tries to turn him down, but the man is insistent that he comes with him. However, when Fel approaches, he threatens the man, who runs off terrified. Werner worries about making an enemy, but Fel says he can handle anything. After signing the form for Werner's group, he takes their advice and enters the Merchants Guild, requesting to join, granting him higher rank and a guild card. With the meat from the rock bird, Mukouda prepares dinner showing Fel how the same meat can be used but of different flavors using sauces. The following morning he brings salt and pepper to the merchant's guild. Once the merchant sees the item being sold, she refers him to the guild master, who offers 17 gold pieces for the salt and pepper, which is only 5 copper in Mukouda's skill online grocery. After he earns some money from the salt and pepper, Mukouda heads to the Adventures Guild, completing his registration, which allows him to get G-rank missions from the board. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss new video, and I'll see you soon.